lights up on a shady tree which is situated near a calm, peaceful-looking lake. Two kids, a boy and a girl, both aged around 11 or so, sit side by side. The boy skips some rocks into the water silently as the girl watches him.
Nice day out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Not too hot, but not too cold. I like summer days like this.
Me too.
The girl watches the boy for a few silent moments. Then, as if psyching herself up for something, she closes her eyes and inhales, then exhales. She repeats this, then she opens her eyes and taps the boy on the shoulder.
What's up?
Why do you think people want to get married?
I don't know. I guess 'cause they like each other?
I'm gonna marry Mr. Bixler.
Who?
Sorry, I meant Mr. Richards.
Our history teacher? Blech! He's our teacher! That's weird. Don't be weird.
I'm not being weird. Stick to the plan. You got this. You got this.
The boy goes back to skipping rocks. The girl, meanwhile, again psyching herself up, inhales, then exhales. For a second time, she taps the boy on the shoulder.
What now?
Have you ever kissed anyone?
What?
Just answer me.
I mean, I've kissed my parents and aunts and uncles and grandparents.
No. I mean, a kiss. You know the kind.
You mean like kiss a girl? Yuck, no thanks.
Well, maybe we should. Just to see what the big deal is.
Are you doing a bit or something?
Huh?
Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I swear I saw a movie about a week ago. It was called My Girl. And there's a scene in it that plays out just like what's going on here.
Nah, never heard of it. Do you know how to kiss?
That's really strange of you to ask me. I mean, yeah, I guess so. You pucker your lips and lean in and jump like that, right?
Here, practice on your arm, like this.
The girl begins to kiss her arm several times. The boy, meanwhile, looks at the girl as if she's gone insane.
Are you absolutely sure you've never seen the movie My Girl? Because there's a joke in the movie about kissing your arm to practice.
I'm sure. I've never seen it.
Well,
The girl, undaunted, kisses her arm a few more times.
Okay, enough practice. Close your eyes.
Why?
The girl does not answer, almost as if she's waiting for the boy to give her cue by closing his eyes. The boy, thoroughly confused, thoroughly weirded out, sighs and closes his eyes, if only to get to the bottom of what's going on.
Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 2.5.
Okay, stop.
What now?
Now I know you've seen My Girl before, because this is exactly what happens just before the girl kisses the boy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just admit you've seen it and tell me what the heck is going on here.
I admit to nothing.
Then I'm leaving.
The boy attempts to stand up, only for the girl to grab his arm and stop him.
No, don't go. Stay. Stay and enjoy this beautiful lake and peaceful scenery with me.
I'll only stay if you admit you got some kind of plan cooking.
Oh, okay. Fine. I saw My Girl. I watched it a few months ago, and I liked it.
There now. Was that so hard? Look, I'm sorry for being rude back there, but I'm just kind of confused. That's all. Why are you so hell-bent on apparently recreating that first kiss scene from the movie?
Cause it's a really cute moment, okay? It's cute and romantic, and I think you're cute, and I've been dying to have my first kiss, and I just want to be all cute and quirky, have a story to tell the girls in school, okay?
You think I'm cute?
But it's obvious you don't want to, so I'm not going to force you to do it. Just forget about the whole thing. It was a stupid idea anyway. Just go back to skipping rocks while I watch you.
Listen,
Just forget it. It's fine.
The girl huffs and folds her arms across her chest, staring out into the water. The boy, feeling slightly guilty, watches her for a few moments, then, heaving a sigh, now he's the one to tap her on the shoulder.
What is it?
look, I can tell this means a lot to you, and honestly, I think you're awfully pretty as well. It'll just be one itty bitty peck. And you won't tell any of my friends about this? Okay, fine. Let's finish reenacting the scene. But hey, just once, okay? And only a very quick peck. Deal?
Deal.
The girl smiles as she and the boy shake hands. The boy sighs a resigned sigh and scoots closer to the girl.
Okay, we left off right here, I think.
The boy closes his eyes and puckers his lips out slightly as the girl giddily moves closer to the boy.
Oh, you're so sweet to do this. Oh boy, I can't wait for my first kiss. Just a few seconds away. Gosh, it's like the Hallmark Channel movie. How wonderful.
Please don't make me regret agreeing to this.
Sorry.
The boy nods, closes his eyes again, and puckers his lips out slightly. The girl excitedly moves closer to the boy.
Okay, 1, 2, 2.5, 3.
The girl puckers up and leans in, but just before her lips touch the boy's lips, she suddenly stops and hesitates. Panicking, she changes course and kisses the boy on the cheek instead. The boy slowly raises a brow, unpuckers his lips, then opens his eyes in a bit of surprise.
What the?
Sorry, I panicked.
I mean, that was nice and all, but doesn't the scene end with her pecking the boy in the lips?
Yeah.
So then, what gives, huh?
The girl sheepishly smiles and stands up, as does the boy. She gently pats the boy on the shoulder twice, then speaks.
I like me, but not that much. At least not yet anyway. Sorry, but thanks for being a good sport.
The girl smiles and gently kisses the boy on the cheek again.
I'll see you later.
The girl smiles and goes off as the boy watches her go. He puts his hand to his cheek where the girl kissed him, then, after a beat, he smiles and shrugs.
Girls can be so weird sometimes, but what can you do, huh? Now, how did that scene end? Oh, right.
The boy smiles and puts his hand over his heart, and, much like that My Girl scene, he begins to recite,
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
With that, the lights slowly fade on the boy, and our scene comes to a close. lights up on a classroom setting. It is a minute or two before the 3 o'clock dismissal bell is set to ring. At present, the room is filled with boys and girls seated at their desks, doodling, staring at the clock, talking to classmates, etc. Slowly, a spotlight shines on one particular boy at his desk. This is Simon, aged 11, a sweet but shy and quiet boy. He is currently staring at the teacher seated at her desk in the front of the room. Her name is Miss Blake. She is a kind-looking, pretty woman in her mid to late 20s. She is currently finishing up grading some papers as Simon puts a hand to his chin and smittenly sighs. It is obvious he has a crush on Miss Blake, from what we can see.
Today is the day. The day I finally tell Miss Blake how I feel about her. Gosh, I've been rehearsing this moment for the last week. But now, it's finally come. The Friday before spring break.
Simon smiles and pulls up his book bag, then pulls out an elaborate-looking, homemade card from it. The words, "For Miss Blake," with a giant heart and smiley face are on the front of it.
I even made her a card just for this moment. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful Miss Blake.
Simon kisses the card twice and sighs happily.
I can't wait for you to read this card.
Soon, the bell rings, and the kids, chattering happily, all begin to exit as Miss Blake smiles and waves to them.
All right, children, have a wonderful spring break. I'll see you all in a week.
Simon, meanwhile, book bag in his hands, timidly, nervously approaches Miss Blake's desk. He stops before it and, shuffling from foot to foot, he clears his throat.
Miss Blake, may I talk to you in private for a minute?
Hello, Simon, sweetie. Actually, it's funny you want to speak to me as I need to speak to you about something.
You do?
I do.
Oh boy! I mean, yes, of course, Miss Blake.
Simon sits down in a nearby chair, then begins to pull out the card he made for Miss Blake.
Miss Blake, I have something for you here.
That can wait a moment, Simon. First, let's talk seriously. Simon, for the past few months, I've been noticing, much to my dismay, that you've been struggling in class. Your grades aren't what they used to be. You used to get high marks, but now things are slipping, and I'm a bit concerned.
You worry about me?
Of course I do. I worry about all my students. Simon, I know your grade slipping isn't because you're a bad student. You're not a bad kid or stupid. You're one of the smartest kids I've taught. But I think I have a theory as to what may be causing this, causing you to daydream, to stare silently and not pay attention in class, to fail tests. Simon, would it be safe to say that you have a crush on someone in this classroom?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that person in this room right now? Oh, Simon. Goodness.
Oh, you've caught me red-handed, Miss Blake. It's true. It's you. My crush is on you. I think you're the most beautiful girl I've ever laid eyes on.
That's very sweet of you to say, Simon. Thank you.
I've had a crush on you ever since the day you took me aside during lunch period 6 months ago and cheered me up when the boys in class were bullying me and picking on me for the poem I wrote.
I remember. It was called The Happy Bluebird in the Sky. It was a very lovely poem, Simon.
The way you stopped me from crying and read my poem out loud and told me how great it was and how a great writer I was, that, Miss Blake, is what made me fall head over heels for you. You're so kind and smart and sweet and beautiful and
Simon, I'm very flattered to hear you say that. You're a very sweet, very kind, very bright young boy. But you must understand something. This this sort of thing just can't be.
it can't?
No, it certainly can't. Oh, now don't get me wrong. It's normal for a boy or a girl to have a crush on someone they like, but only to a point, especially when it's someone older. Simon, sweetie, you're only 11, and I'm, well, just a tad bit older than you. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, pish push. Miss Blake, my dad is 10 years older than my mom. Age doesn't mean anything to me.
Now, Simon, that's different, and I think you know that.
Come on, Miss Blake. Listen, what say we go out for ice cream? My treat. I'll show you a grand old time. I've saved up months worth of allowance, so I'm good to pay.
As much as I'm a sucker for ice cream. No. I'm sorry, Simon, but no.
But Miss Blake,
Simon, even ignoring our vast age difference, there would be another major reason why this could never be.
On cue, suddenly, we hear a knock on the classroom door. It soon opens, and in steps a well-dressed man in a suit, looking to be in his early 30s. He strolls up to Miss Blake and smiles. "Hello, Angela, love." The man gently pecks Miss Blake on the lips, much to Simon's shock. "Mwah. Almost ready to go?"
Just a moment, sweetheart. Simon, I don't believe you've met Mr. Harold Anderson. My fiance?
your fiance?
Yes, dear. Fiance means the person you intend to marry.
Marry?
Well, yes. Simon, surely you remember my telling the class about this, don't you?
I, no, ma'am.
Oh, come now, you remember. I told all of you that in a few months, Miss Blake would be stepping out the door and a Mrs. Anderson would be teaching the class coming in. Well, Mrs. Anderson would be me, just under my married name.
I see.
"Hey there, little man. How's it going?" Harold Anderson sticks his hand out for a shake. Simon, hesitant, shakes his hand. He speaks in a polite but flat tone of voice.
Hey, it's fine, I guess.
"Well, good, good. Miss Blake here has told me a lot about you, especially that poem you wrote one day. She read it to me not too long ago after dinner one night. You've got some great writing talent, kiddo. Keep it up."
Thanks, I guess.
Simon, I hope you're going to be okay. I know you're upset, but listen, I know a few of the girls here think you're awfully swell. You might just be surprised. And hey, you might like one of them back, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, before we go, you said you wanted to give me something?
Huh? Oh, right. Never mind, Miss Blake. It's not important.
Well, okay, Simon. Why don't you get on home? I'm sure your mother is waiting out in your car as we speak. Have a good spring break, okay?
Thanks, Miss Blake.
It was nice meeting you, partner. Harold sticks his hand out for a second handshake for Simon, but Simon does not shake Harold's hand. He simply turns his face away. Harold pulls his hand back slowly and looks to Miss Blake. He shrugs as if to say, "Well, I tried." Miss Blake gives Simon a silent look of sympathy. Then, she and Harold head out. Simon is now alone in the classroom, tears slowly streaming down his face. He pulls out his "For Miss Blake" card from his book bag and gazes at it sadly. Soon, his sadness slowly morphs into anger, almost hatred. He growls and rips the card to pieces, then scatters the pieces onto the floor. He chokes back a sob, then a second one, as his hands go to his face slowly.
Damn it! Just damn it!
Simon softly sobs into his hands as the lights slowly fade on him, and our scene comes to an end. Hi there, folks. It's me, David Lynch, world-renowned weirdo director. So listen, you've all heard, no doubt, about directors who talk to one another and fantasize about how they would do each other's movies, right? Oh, sure you have. If you research hard enough, you'll hear about it. You know, just a few months ago, I called Martin Scorsese. You know, big-time mob movie director Martin Scorsese. And I said to him, "Marty, baby, I had an idea for how I would redo your seminal classic mob movie, Casino." To which Martin replied,
"We never had this conversation. I don't know who you are. We never spoke."
Now I know what you're thinking. David, that sounds suspiciously like that scene from the movie The Muse. And besides, it sounds like he said no. Well, joke's on all of you. It just so happens, in my mind anyway, that the day I called Martin Scorsese was opposite day. So, off I went to shoot a pitch scene to send to Martin. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and listen as I present to you the famous desert confrontation scene from Casino, as done by two classic Disney characters. Enjoy. Oh boy! Where the yuck do you get off talking about people behind my back going over my head? What people, pal? What people? What, do you think I wasn't going to find out, Mickey? I don't even know what you're talking about, Goof. No? You said I'm bringing heat on you? I gotta listen to people because of your yucking shit? You're ordering me out? You better get your own yucking army, pal. Oh, Goofy, I didn't do anything. I didn't order you or anybody. I only told Donald Duck that you had a lot of heat on you, and that was a problem. You want me to get out of my own yucking town? Yeah, I said, let the ball blow over for a while so I can run the casino. Anything goes wrong, pal, with the casino, it's my ass. It's not yours, it's my ass. Well, I don't know whether you know this or not, but you only have your yucking casino because I made that possible. I'm what counts out here, not your yucking country clubs or your yucking TV shows. And what the yuck are you doing on TV anyhow? What are you? You know I get calls from back home every yucking day. They think you went back. I'm only on TV because I gotta be able to hang around the casino. You understand that? You know that. Come on. You're yucking. You could have had the food and beverage job without going on television. You wanted to go on TV. Yeah, I did want to go on TV. That way I have a forum. I can fight back. I'm known. People see me. They know they can walk around with me like they could if I was an unknown. That's right. You're making a big yucking spectacle of yourself. Me? I wouldn't even be in this situation if it wasn't for you. You brought so much fucking hate on me. I mean, every time I meet somebody here, the big question is, do I know you? Oh, sure, now you want to blame your yucking license on me, is that it? No, oh, wait. Goofy, when you asked me if you could come out here, what did I tell you? I mean, you asked me, and I knew you were going to come out no matter what I said. But what did I tell you? Do you remember what I told you? Do you remember what I told you? Minute here. 1 minute. I asked you? When the yuck did I ever ask you if I could come out here? Huh, Goofy, you never get this through your head, you mouse mother yucker, you. You only exist out here because of me. That's the only reason. Without me, you, personally, every yucking wise guy skell around will take a piece of your yucking mouse. Then where you gonna go? You're yucking warned. Don't ever go over my yucking head again, you mother yucker, you. So, what did you think? Was it cool, or was it not? Please, everybody tell me your honest opinion of it. But remember, if it's a negative opinion, I'll kick you all in the crotch and boot you in the ass. Okay, bye-bye now. The following is an excerpt from a proposed full-length play to be housed in 2023 by Vagabond Repertory Theater Company called One Summer in Brooklyn. In this scene, Duncan, the main character of the story, whose family is visiting Brooklyn for their summer vacation, has just come back from an excursion around the neighborhood with April, his cousin / not cousin. They're not really related. They're just friends. They're just so close with family, it seems like they're cousins. Duncan has a gigantic crush on April, though the feelings, at least at this point in the story, are not mutual. Lights up on the front of a brownstone building. Duncan and April slowly approach April's house, holding hands as they do. While Duncan is on cloud 9 at holding April's hand, April seems more to be doing it out of politeness than out of any excitement at the prospect of holding Duncan's hand.
Gosh, well, I sure had a lot of fun going around the area and exploring with you, April.
Yeah, I had fun too, Duncan.
I sure hope we can do it again sometime.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Well, here we are.
Yup, here we are.
Right. By your front door.
Yep, last time I checked, this was my front door.
Well, I suppose the only thing left to do is just say goodnight.
I guess it is.
So, good night, April.
Good night, Duncan.
Silence. An awkward, almost comical silence. Soon, Duncan, gathering up his courage, finally inhales, then exhales. Soon, he puckers his lips out, closes his eyes, and leans in slowly, obviously for a goodbye kiss. April watches him with a bit of surprise and a slight bit of revulsion. She backs up a step and puts her hand up.
What do you think you're doing?
Huh?
I don't think I spoke another language. What are you doing?
Er, well, I was hoping that maybe, just maybe, that I could kiss you goodnight.
Kiss me goodnight?
Well, yeah, if that's okay with you, of course.
You want to kiss me goodnight?
Uh, well, yeah.
Oh, Duncan. For goodness sake.
Did, did I do something wrong?
I'll say you did. Duncan, the two of us, we simply cannot kiss under any circumstances.
Is this about the whole we're cousins thing? April, my parents explained it to me. Technically, we're not cousins. Your family is just close with my family. It's like when you call a guy uncle when he's not your uncle.
It's not that. It's just. Well, Duncan, you and I, we're two very different people in two very different phases of life.
Phases of life?
Yeah. I'm in high school. After all, you're not even out of the 8th grade.
April, I graduated from 8th grade in June. This is July. I'm gonna be a freshman in September. You're gonna be a sophomore. For goodness sakes, you're only 6 months older than me. Don't act like me being 13, you being 14, is such an astronomical age difference.
Be that as it may, a kiss between us, it just wouldn't be proper. It wouldn't be a good idea. So just head back to your house. I suppose I'll see you at the barbecue tomorrow.
You know, girls like you really send me. Fine. Fine. I'm going. Sheesh. And he was right about you. He was totally right.
His ego thoroughly crushed, Duncan begins to slump off, muttering to himself as he does. April, however, frowns and barks out a command at him.
Hold it! Get back over here.
Duncan stops in his tracks, then turns around and, a bit nervously, returns back to April. She folds her arms across her chest, looking very annoyed.
What did Andy say about me?
Huh?
Do you have wax in your ears? What did Andy say about me?
Well, he... forget it. I've already said too much. Besides, you'll flip your wig if I tell you what he said. I'll go. Don't worry.
Duncan attempts to leave again, but April grabs his arm and brings him back to her.
You're not going anywhere until you tell me what that moron older brother of yours said about me.
This does not leave the two of us, okay? Okay, well, Andy says that I shouldn't bother trying to court you or kiss you or date you because he says you're an obnoxious, stuck-up, vain, self-centered ice cream.
Oh, is that what he said?
Look, don't shoot the messenger. That's what he said, not me. Besides, I said I didn't think that was true. I thought you were nice, sweet, and friendly.
Well, that's sweet of you, but how dare that creep brother of yours call me that? Why, I'm the nicest person around. I'm not vain. I'm not self-centered. Who does he think he is?
Well, I think...
Where does he get calling me off those names, He ought to talk. He's the most pig-headed, obnoxious, nasty boy I've ever seen. I'm certainly not like that. In fact, I'll prove it.
Prove it?
Yeah, prove it. Would someone vain and stuck up and self-centered do this?
Suddenly, almost as if by impulse, April grabs Duncan by the collar, pulls him to her, and deeply kisses him on the lips. Duncan's eyes widen in utter shock, then droop close as April lets this kiss linger for several seconds. Duncan's limbs tremble in smitten awe until finally April breaks off the kiss, then exhales and calmly looks at Duncan.
Now, you tell your idiot brother that I said, would I kiss Duncan on the lips if I were obnoxious? 'Cause that's exactly what I just did. And last time I checked, obnoxious people don't just kiss someone, do they? You'll tell him I said that? Every word of it, exactly as I said it?
Huh?
Okay, good. But Andy had better be the only person you tell. Do not breathe even a syllable of this to anyone. Not your parents, not my parents, not your friends, and especially not my friends. Because if you blab about this, I'll make you regret it for the rest of your life. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Well, good night, Duncan.
Suddenly, April puts on a small but visible smile on her face. Could this be a genuine one? Slowly, she opens the door to her house and goes in and closes it, but not before giving Duncan another slight but visible smile. Duncan stands stone still on the porch for several moments. Then, slowly, he stumbles down the stairs into the sidewalk. He soon touches his hand to his lips, then lets it drop.
She kissed me on the lips. She kissed me on the lips. She kissed me on the lips. Oh, holy crap. Wow.
Duncan, on cloud nine, begins to dreamily, slowly walk back to his house as the lights fade to black and our scene comes to an end. Lights up on what appears to be abandoned train tracks, somewhere in a train yard. As some music begins to play, almost ominously, two figures bathed in shadow come trudging on, both carrying shovels slung over their shoulders. Soon, they begin to mime digging in an almost resigned, hypnotic cadence with one another as the music continues. The music finally fades out as the figures are soon revealed to be one youngish-looking boy and one older-looking man. The boy looks tired and seems distracted, while the man seems to be doing fine and is focused.
Can't we take a break?
Shh!
Come on, I'm tired. Just 5 minutes to rest.
Will you shut up? The more you keep complaining, the longer we're gonna be here.
Terry, I know Pop is mighty sick right now and can't work like he used to, but this is difficult for me. I'm not as strong as you.
Look here, David. We both promised Pop we'd work at the rail station, shoveling the coal out of here. We're not doing this for our health. It's to make money for our family. You, me, Mom, Pop, and the babies.
I know. I want to make money for us. I don't want to be poor. But I'm 13 years old. I feel like I'm too young for this. I should be going to school or be with my friends.
Hey, I'll have you know Pop started working in the mines and in these stations when he was 9. I was only slightly older than you when I started working too. I guess what I'm trying to say is quit your belly aching. Besides, it'll make you stronger to start working when you're young. Your muscles and your mind.
I guess so.
The two go back to work in silence for a few moments, but soon, David, almost in disgust, stops shoveling and looks back to his brother.
I just wish there could be another way.
Not this again.
I wish there was a way we could get some money without having to do this. Enough money where I could go back to school and you could do a job you actually want to do.
Look here, Runt. I'm your older brother, and I say you need to just quit with those dumb thoughts and get back to work. I don't want to have to be here all day and all night. Got it?
But I just...
Got it?
I got it. I got it.
David and Terry both go back to shovel. Soon, though, we hear the sounds of a train approaching, as well as a train whistle going off. David, curious, looks up from his work.
Hey, Terry?
I'm not going to tell you again to get back to work.
No. Shh. Listen. You hear that?
Hear what?
That train whistle. And something running down the tracks. I thought the line here was closed months ago.
Huh. You're right, I hear it too. This line was closed, but... Nah. There's no way a train would be running here.
Then how do you explain that noise?
Well, shoot, I don't know. I'm not the one in charge of this station. It's not like a conductor is going to come over here and say hello now, is it?
Soon, the train eerily comes to a stop. Ominously, a spotlight shines on a third figure coming onto the stage. He is dressed all in black and has a sinister look about him. David's eyes widen in fear, and he pokes Terry in the side to get his attention.
Terry? Who's that?
Huh? Can I help you, mister?
On the contrary, gentlemen, I think I can help you.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm just a friend. A friend looking at two young men who seem to be down on their luck. A friend who wants to help you, poor, pathetic lot.
We didn't ask for your life story, buddy. We just wanted your name.
Mr. Black.
Mr. Black?
Indeed.
Is that 'cause you're all dressed in black?
Sharp boy. Very sharp. But no, it's just a coincidence. Now then, David, Terry, if I may have a word.
How did you know our names?
Just a lucky guess is all. Now then, gentlemen, put down your shovels a minute and listen.
We ain't got time for that, Mr. Black, was it? We have work to do.
Yes, but if I recall, you were musing about how you didn't want to do this kind of work. You want to go to school and be educated. A fine goal to have.
How do you know that?
Oh, I know a lot of things.
Oh, yeah? Can you guess what number I'm thinking of?
Shh! Look here. If you ask me, this is some kind of prank you're pulling on us. You must have been spying from afar and listening to our conversations. Well, my brother and I don't appreciate eavesdroppers. So go back from where you came from and leave us alone.
Ah, but I can't quite do that. At least not yet. I have to speak to you first.
Well, whatever you need to say, just spit it out, then leave.
Boys, boys, boys. Listen to me. Mr. Black approaches David and Terry, oozing politeness, but also with a sinister menace to him. What would you say if I told you that not only can I help you get out of this crummy job, but I can promise you that you'll never have to work another day in your lives again?
What do you mean?
I mean, you can go to school, David. And you, Terry. Well, you'll never have to work in this place again. Neither will your father when he gets well.
Hey, this isn't funny at all. How did you know about our father?
Boys, I have a deal I'd like to make with the two of you. It's quite simple, really. I can arrange for a nice stroke of luck for your family. You see, in the next few days, you lucky lot are going to come into a very, very substantial amount of money. An oil strike, to be exact.
Oil?
Indeed. You'll have dozens of offers pouring in to buy the land where you find the oil. And by the time it's all said and done, you will become millionaires. Billionaires. You'll have enough money that you won't need to work another day in your lives.
What are you, some kind of scammer? Snake oil salesman? A fake psychic of some kind?
Oh, no. I am in earnest, Terry. I know very well when things are going to happen. Bless you, by the way.
Bless me.
Well, considering you're going to sneeze right about
Achoo!
now.
Terry, I don't like that man. He's scaring me.
Look, Mr. Black, I'm fixing to knock your block off in about 2 seconds.
Terry, listen. Let's not succumb to violence. I'm simply offering you the deal of a lifetime. You'll become richer beyond your wildest dreams.
There's a catch to this. There's always a catch to this.
No catch, friend.
Don't play dumb. No one offers something like this without wanting something in return.
Come on now. Don't be so suspicious. I tell you, I want nothing in return. Well, okay, fine, you've caught me. I do need one little thing. Mr. Black slowly produces 2 slips of paper and a pen from behind him, almost by magic. He holds them out to the two. David takes his hesitantly, while Terry takes his suspiciously. Sign these papers, and the deal will be done. 48 hours from now, you'll strike your oil and be on Easy Street for good.
So we just sign these here papers?
That's it.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Raising a curious brow, David begins to look at his slip of paper as Mr. Black tries to stop him. No need to read them, boys. It's just a formality is all.
Well, gee, are you sure? There's an awful lot of writing on this paper.
I'm sure.
The signer of this paper pledges to give...
Come on now. There's no need to bore yourself with that.
Hang on. I just want to read a little bit.
It's just a formality, really.
The signer of this paper pledges to give up to the proprietor, Mr. Louis C. Black. Louis C. Black?
Yes, That's my first name. Now, can we have some signage, please?
Louis C. Black. Their soul. For all eternity.
Well, I guess the cat is out of the bag.
Our souls?
Your souls.
Louis C. Lucy. Lucifer. Oh, Lord, have mercy!
David drops his paper and backs away from Mr. Black, pointing a shaky, scared finger at him as he does.
Don't you come no further!
Don't cause a scene, David.
Get away from me! Get away from us! You're the devil in the flesh!
Lower your voice.
No, I won't! I'm not signing that paper! I don't care if I stay poor forever! I'm not giving my soul to you! I don't want to be soulless! I want to live!
Oh, and here I thought you would be the one to succumb. You did complain about your lot in life after all. I must confess, I'm impressed. Mr. Black grabs David's fallen paper from the ground, then slowly eyes Terry. I suppose that means you refuse to? If so, just hand me back the paper and I'll be on my way.
Hand me the pen.
No. Terry, no!
Stay out of this, David.
Don't do it, Terry!
I believe he said stay out of it, boy. Mr. Black smirks and hands Terry the pen. Terry begins to sign his paper as David can only watch in horror. You're doing the right thing, Terry. This is going to put your family at ease forever.
No, you're not! Terry, please! I'm your brother! Listen to me! You can't do this!
David! You were right. You ought to be in school. And Pop ought to be retired comfortably in peace. And if this does it, then so be it.
Terry finishes the signing and hands the paper back to Mr. Black, who chuckles and slips it into his pocket. Very good. Very good. A promise is a promise. In 48 hours, the oil will be found, and the money will be your family's to have. Now then, come along, Terry. We have places to go. The train is about to leave the station. Terry nods and, almost in a trance-like state, he starts to walk off with Mr. Black as David, tearfully, rushes up to them.
Terry, no!
Run along now, David. This doesn't concern you.
Please, let my brother go!
Sorry, kid. He signed his paper. He belongs to me now. But hey, on the bright side, in 2 days, you can start school. You can use some of the money you get to buy some decent textbooks.
I don't want textbooks if it means losing my brother. Stop! Stop! Stop!
David sinks to his knees in despair, and he can only watch helplessly as Terry and Mr. Black go off, and the same sinister music from before begins to play.
Got